Good afternoon, distinguished members of the press. This is a press release by the Steering Committee for the European Union funded project in the Nija Delta, titled "A Community-Based Centered Approach to Transforming Criminality and Violence in the Nija Delta," held at Rivers State on Thursday, 25th July 2024. We are thrilled that you honored our invitation as progressive partners as we give you a peek into the ongoing orientation meeting and field engagement of the Steering Committee for the European Union funded project in the Nija Delta, a community-centered approach to transforming criminality and violence in the Nija Delta project. The members of the Steering Committee for the project would like to express gratitude to the Honorable Minister, Ministry of Nija Delta Development, Engineer Abubakar Momo, who approved the composition and membership of the Steering Committee for this project. We would also like to appreciate the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Nija Delta Development, Dr. Shuaib Begori, who inaugurated the Steering Committee on behalf of the Honorable Minister on 16th May 2024, and has since then provided the needed support for the committee. Our appreciation also goes to the European Union for funding this laudable project. We also appreciate the consortium partners composed of Search for Common Ground, Stakeholder Democracy Network, Foundation for Partnership Initiative in the Nija Delta, and Academic Associate Peaceworks, who are implementing this project. Special thanks to the Regional Project Implementation Team led by Mr. Agabajan Yashi for the successful organization of this first field visit by the Steering Committee. This project is implemented in 66 communities and 33 local governments across Rivers, Delta, and Bayelsa states. The project has an overall goal of fostering inclusive community security approaches to address the systemic drivers of violence and criminality in the three states. The key roles and responsibility of the Steering Committee include to serve as an oversight body to the project to ensure that the implementation is within government plans and regulations, lead major government and private sector advocacy visits towards influencing government policies and action, work with the consortium partners in achieving sustainability of the projects after the elapse of donor funds, lead policy influencing with governments and the donors, and serve as a liaison for the consortium partners with the government agencies by informing and sensitizing them on the project. In the last 3 days, the Steering Committee, in performing its strategic oversight functions on the project, has undergone an orientation on the project deliverables, field engagement and participation in some project activities, including the local peace architecture platform, meetings in Okrika and Bukana local government areas, advocacy visits to the traditional rulers of Okrika and Bukana local government areas, and also participated in the Rivers State Peace Architecture Platform meeting. Key outcomes of this engagement include increased understanding of the community in the project goals, objectives and deliverables, as well as our interface with the project stakeholders, on the ground to assess its implementation and alignment with the expected deliverables and the impact of the project. The committee hereby assures the project stakeholders and beneficiaries of its commitment to provide the required strategic oversight function for the project in order to facilitate its achievements. Since the inception of the project in November 2023, this project has already impacted directly and indirectly over 10,000 people across the Niger Delta region. And 9 months into this implementation, the steering committee has observed the successes recorded so far. Community entry activities and buy-in successfully secured across the region, with 3,176 participants, including 1,072 females. Project successfully launched at the national and state levels of Bayelsa, Rivers, and Delta states to secure government support and buy-in. Advocacy engagements at multi-level stakeholders of the community, state and national levels, are still ongoing. Baseline validation and dissemination of findings across the regional and national levels are carried out to set parameters and assessing impact. Remobilization or establishment of community-level peace architecture bodies across the 3 states with 5,492 participants, including 2,190 females. Remobilization and establishment of local government peace architects in 33 local government areas. Establishment of state peace architecture platforms in Bayelsa, Delta, and River states. Capacity strengthening to community leaders on inclusive leadership and conflict transformation with 92 participants, including 26 females. Capacity strengthening for youth on conflict transformation and non-adversarial engagement with 86 participants, including 33 females. Common ground journalism training for 33 media actors across the region. Quarterly meetings for the Common Ground Journalists Forum to strengthen the skills of journalists in conflict-sensitive reportage. Conducted digital literacy training for 25 representatives of CSO, media practitioners, and other relevant stakeholders to improve their media literacy and deconstructing negative narrative, both online and offline. Capacity strengthening with 90 representatives of government security forces on the principles of human-centered security. Capacity strengthening for 487 community leaders on inclusive leadership and conflict transformation in Rivers and Delta states. And capacity strengthening for 330 early warning and early response field monitors across Bayelsa, Delta, and Rivers State. We would also like to solicit the continued commitment of the federal government of Nigeria to the Ministry of Nija Deta Development under the able leadership of Engineer Abubakar Mongo to provide holistic support to the good people of Niger Delta region of Nigeria. Some of the ministry's ongoing efforts at addressing the issues affecting the Niger Delta include the ongoing review of the Niger Delta Development Strategic Plan, development of the Niger Delta Peace Building Strategy, amongst others. Once again, we appreciate the European Union for funding this laudable project titled A Community-Centered Approach to Transforming Criminality and Violence in Rivers, Bayelsa, and Delta states. We also appreciate the consortium partners comprising Search for Common Ground, Stakeholders Democratic Networks, Foundation for Partnership Initiatives in the Niger Delta, and academic associate piecework who are implementing this laudable project. The steering committee affirms its continued commitment in discharging its roles and responsibility for the continued development of the Nija Delta region. Thank you and God bless.
Yes, your name, please.
Paul Abia, Steering Committee Chairman, Director of Planning and Research of the Ministry of Nija Delta Development. And also Fatima Abubakar, Steering Committee Co-Chair and the Country Director, Search for Common Ground, Nigeria. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, sir. So, gentlemen, do you have questions? We'll entertain a few questions from you.
Yes, Chairman. Chairman, sir. My name is Josiah from Niger Reporter with the Use Countryman language. I just got one question for you. How you see this idea we search for common ground and the other partner don't bring? We know so before, now from up, now they try to fight peace from the national, but now they say no more go down to the grassroots. How you see this idea?
Well, this is indeed great. You know, before this time, everybody said government, government, government. But there is a new style in town now. Let us go to the grassroots, the people where they wear the shoe. No, go test their feeling. From there, you can get very good advice so that you can report back and find solutions. It's a very good program.
Wow, thank you very much.